All right. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to our weekly Lunch and Learn. I am so happy to be here, and I am so happy you guys are here because we are talking about 5 goal-setting mistakes that you want to avoid. It is that time of year. So whether you've started your 2022 goals and intentions, or maybe you have not yet, listen up today because I'm going to share the top 5 goal setting mistakes that you want to avoid so that you can set yourself up for an incredible, incredible year, so that you can set yourself up for your absolute best year yet. And ultimately, it's the actions you take and investments you make today that are going to pay off in the long run. And they are going to have you sprinting into the new year rather than taking the first month or 2 or 3 to just build the momentum. So this is not pie in the sky stuff. I really, really want you guys to look back at yourself and your year at the end of next year at the same time and say, wow, like 2022 was such an incredible year. And I want you to astound yourself with what you've done. I want you to astound yourself with who you've become along the way, because you have expanded and radically transformed your life from the inside out. So I'd love for you to introduce yourself. Let me know where you are coming in from. If you are coming in by replay, type in hashtag replay in the chat. And if this is your first time, type in first time in the chat. So some of you know me, some of you don't. And if you're new here, welcome to our community. And I'm Larissa McCook, and I'm a CEO. I'm CEO of Abundance Academy. And my team and I, we are here to help you radically expand your life by bridging the gap between dreaming and doing so that you can have the life and business that you want and love while creating positive ripples across the globe. Now, I have 2 quick announcements just before we start. So first and foremost, we have an Unstoppable You masterclass. We're talking about 3 secrets to unleash your ultimate confidence and unapologetically step into 2022. Now, this is happening tomorrow at 12 p.m. It's not on this platform. It's in Zoom. It's going to be an intimate call. We're going to go for an hour and a half to 2 hours. And we held one last week. We had fantastic response and many people that weren't able to attend, and they wanted another time or they couldn't attend in the evening. So we are holding it tomorrow at 12 p.m. It is by invite only. So if you want an invitation, reach out to Kelsey Bevilacqua. So if you know her from this group, just DM her, or she can pop her email in the chat. Hello, Lori. Hello, Lori. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm not sure if Kelsey's, I can post. Oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't know I could do that. I posted a comment. I posted it in YouTube. Okay, there we go. Kelsey posted it on Facebook. Amazing. So fantastic. And one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about as well is, and mention the second announcement, is I have opened up 2 new breakthrough spots. So I work primarily in group settings, and I also do some one-on-one work with select people. And I have 2 breakthrough spots available for January. So if you're interested in working with me directly and would like to be considered and would like to lock in the 2021 rates, then reach out to me, reach out to Kelsey, and let's have a conversation to see if this is a good fit. So if you book now, you'll be able to lock in those rates and secure your spot to actually work with me in January. We have a powerful, powerful process that we work through. And within a month, I promise you, probably within the first couple of weeks, you will not even be able to recognize yourself. You will have transformed and evolved so much. So that is what we do with our breakthroughs. Now, back to goal setting. Many years ago, I found myself in a meeting. I'm from Saskatoon, so it was cold. It was between Christmas and New Year's, and I found myself in a meeting in an office, in my financial services office. Our branch manager called us, and she's like, okay, we have a really important meeting. We need to spend the afternoon together. So we got together for several hours, and I really had no idea what I was in for. I just knew there was a meeting, and I showed up because that's what I do. And it was a goal setting workshop. And I'd never gone through anything like this before. And at that point in my life, I realized that I knew I had to make decisions about things like going to school, working, that I'd need a house to live in, and I needed like basics of life. But beyond those basic decisions, I never really thought about setting goals, about creating dreams or creating visions or having any kind of aspirations in my life whatsoever. We traveled a bit, but it was just opportunity came up. Okay, I'll go on a trip. It was never something I dreamed of. And planning other aspects of my life, it didn't actually come across my mind. So things like how much money I wanted to earn, I just assumed I'd earn however much money I was given or whatever a job dictated, right? You'd look at the job descriptions. This is how much you could earn. Okay, well, this is, I guess, what I'll earn. What vacations I wanted to take. I didn't think I could decide what vacations I wanted to take. I had people say, "Oh, we're going on a trip. Would you like to come?" Yes or no. That was how I decided. Or my family was going on a trip, or I had opportunities. I never actually went out and sought things that I wanted, workshops I wanted to attend, what goals I had for my family, for my spirituality, for my emotions, and for my personal growth. And so that day, my world was flipped upside down because I literally went through category by category in my life and I started looking at what I wanted. And some areas things came really easily, and other areas things were really difficult. And it didn't flow as naturally. I would listen to what other people were sharing in their areas and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds cool." So, well, I'm not ready for it yet, but maybe I'll write it down really teeny tiny at the bottom or on the side in the margin because it's not quite my goal, but I don't have the courage to pursue that yet. My vision started to build and expand that day. And after that, I created my own goal setting process and I created a workbook for myself. And I did it like clockwork for years between Christmas and New Year's. I did it. Where is I pulled it out today. I wanted to show you guys. So this is not my sexy binder, but these are my goals from 2004 to 2012. So this is 8 years worth of goals. I have another one for more recent, but these are the goals that I started to set. My little workbooks that I put in here after the year was done. And so this is a process I've seriously invested in. And looking back, I really do see how far I've come, and it's been amazing. I've learned so much about goal setting from that day and beyond, and that's what I want to talk to you about. It's really about you being your absolute best self. So if you guys have any questions about goal setting or anything I'm talking about today, pop it in the chat. I'm happy to answer questions and just give you insight if you do have any. So the purpose of goals is to grow. Okay. And we covered this on a client call. We were speaking with our clients a couple of days ago, and we have visions for our lives. We have these big, beautiful, grandiose visions of who we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to have once we learn how to develop them. For some of us, it takes time to develop them. And we may want to do it all at once. And sometimes there's this guilt that comes in to play if you don't have it and if you don't get it all right away. However, the vision of your life this is like the big picture. This is like the North Star that you're moving towards each and every day. You're not going to get all of it all in one day. Okay. And goals are a slice of the vision. It's kind of like a pie. If your vision is a pie, goals are one slice of the pie. And it's one thing for you to hyper focus on so that you can move closer to your vision. And if you keep working on everything, it's like splattering paint on a wall. You're never going to get it because you're going to get so diluted and so distracted, and you won't make progress in the direction you're actually headed. So goals are a slice of your vision. And again, the purpose of goals is really for you to grow and to become the person that you were meant to be, to become the person that was meant to live and to fulfill that vision. So you want to make sure your vision is juicy and compelling and clear. And like if you're like me and you don't know where to start with your vision, you may need some help. You may need some guidance. I have a beautiful vision casting worksheet that I've put together, and we're going to be sending it out to people this week. So if you want your hands on it, just raise your hand and say, "I want the vision casting worksheet. I need help to craft this beautiful, juicy, compelling vision." So just mention it in the comments or shoot a message to us and say, "We want the vision casting worksheet." Because once you do have that vision, you will know what direction you're headed. You pick a goal and you make a decision to act on it. You make a decision to go for it. Now, you consciously, your conscious mind, for those of you that are aware of the conscious and unconscious, your conscious mind is the goal setter. So it sets the goals. And then your unconscious mind is the goal getter. And essentially, once you set the goal with your conscious mind, it's like programming the directions into a GPS system. You consciously do that, but then the GPS goes on autopilot and it takes you to where you need to go. So it's really important that you set the goals so that you can program yourself and allow your programming to fulfill them. Now, when setting goals, here are 5 things that you want to avoid. First and foremost, not having a goal. Okay. If you don't have a goal, you will not know what direction to head and you won't know where you're going. You won't have the GPS programming, right? You won't have the address in the GPS for your unconscious mind to fulfill it. You will be aimless. You're going to be just roaming around wondering where your life is. And sooner or later, you're going to look back on your life and go, wow, how did my life pass me by? So top 1 goal setting mistake is not actually having a goal. Okay. Step 2 is having too many goals. Okay, so mistake 2 is having too many goals. I remember meeting with a client and she was just so passionate. She was a go-getter, right? Anything she wanted, she got. However, she felt really down on herself because she had so many dreams. And when we were looking to work together, she was looking to write several books. She wanted to get her PhD. She wanted to travel across the globe lecturing. She wanted to get on a TEDx talk. She wanted to start youth leadership programs and more and more and more. And that was just in one area of her life. And she was really down because she wasn't getting them all right away. Now, all your goals can actually happen, but you can't get them all at once. If you try to get them all at once, you're going to get lost, be unfocused and scattered, and then you're going to let time pass you by. It's kind of like a light bulb. If you look at the energy of a light bulb, it's actually very messy and scattered energy. Whereas if you look at the energetic frequencies of a laser beam, then the laser beam frequencies are beautiful. They're like waves and they're so organized. They stack one on top of another. And the power of a laser can cut through steel. So really, really key to not have too many goals. Pick one thing that you're focusing on and get so incredibly focused on it. Mistake number 3 is making your goals for others. So parents, teachers, those people, they may suggest things to us and we think we have to fulfill their obligations. And we may start to think about what other people suggest we do or pressure us to do. And we may jump into that, right? I know my mom was a teacher, so I wanted to be a teacher. A lot of people's dads are engineers, so they want to be engineers. We tend to want to do what our parents do as children. And sometimes our parents or our grandparents or our teachers may suggest or instill what their values are on us. And we start to try to fulfill their obligations to make them proud. Maybe you did become a teacher or an investor or even an engineer to make your parents proud, or a doctor, when all you wanted to do was to be a real estate investor or an entrepreneur or to have your own art business, whatever that is. When you really make your goals for others, then you're not going to have that sense of satisfaction. You're going to feel pressured and there's going to be a lack of congruence and a misalignment. So it's so key that your goals that you set are for yourself. They're not other people's goals. It's not what your wife, your husband, your kids, your family wants you to do. It's what you want to do. So mistake 1 is not having a goal, having too many goals. And then the third one is making your goals for others. Mistake number 4 is repeating the goal you've already done before. So if you've had a goal that you've achieved before, let's say you bought a car and you want an upgraded version of the car. Well, that's a good thing. That's a great intention. You should have the upgraded version. However, setting that as a goal is not really going to cause you to grow. You know how to get a car. You know how to buy a car. You know the process. You've been there. You've done that. The purpose of goals is to grow and stretch yourself into a better version of yourself. And simply upgrading whatever you've already done before is not going to do it. So you want to make sure that it's something new and it's something different that's going to stretch you. And then the last goal setting mistake is setting goals that are too small. So maybe you have a fear of failure. Maybe you fear success, or maybe you aren't ready to do something big and meaningful. You're like, deep down I want to, but I'm just like, wow, can I actually do this? So you set goals that are too small that you think you can achieve so you can get more highlighter or check boxes off your list. But then you don't have that sense of inspiration or fulfillment. You'll get really stagnant and uninspired. So it's so important to set goals that are bigger and more powerful and more impactful than things you've actually done before. So top 5 goal setting mistakes are: 1, not having a goal; 2, having too many goals; 3, making your goals for others; 4, repeating your goals that you've already done; and 5, setting goals that are too small. Okay, so instead, you want to have a goal, a clearly defined goal. You want to make it something that you love more than anything. You want to make sure it is specific. You have one goal, not 10 goals. Okay, less is more. Okay, more is not more. More does not equal success. Less is more in this case. And make sure that your goals are for yourself, not for others. So you want to make sure those goals are your goals that come from your heart and your soul. You want to create goals that are going to stretch you, and make sure your goals are so big and so juicy that they are going to keep you waking up early. They are going to keep you waking up late or staying up late. They are going to keep you moving forward when things are good and things are not. We are entering the holiday season. If you haven't realized, a lot of people in this world are stressed right now. So many people are in high stress mode. And when you have a goal that's so juicy and so compelling, and you use the tools that you have in your toolbox to keep you focused on that goal, that's when you keep moving forward and you keep yourself in the holiday spirit, the true holiday spirit, in spite of anything going on around you. So do these things, and I promise you, you will not even know what you are capable of by this time next year. You will make such tremendous leaps that you're just going to look back and go, holy moly, like, wow, I did that. Now, you were put on this earth to do magical and wonderful things, and you're here to truly radically expand your life and be unstoppable. So go for it. Tune into your abundance all around you, unleash your greatness, and let yourself shine so bright. Now, if you want access to the vision casting worksheet, you can DM Kelsey, or you can pop a comment in this chat and say, I want the vision casting worksheet. If you want to go through your vision casting worksheet and really look at some of your goals that you have set for next year, then you could book a call with me or my team, and we will point out any red flags that you might have in some of the goals that you are setting. And then also we have Thursday's Unstoppable You Masterclass, where we're covering 3 secrets to unleash your ultimate confidence and unapologetically step into the new year. And I do have 2 breakthrough spots available for 2021 rates. So I'm booking for January, only 2 spots available. So if that is of interest to you, this is a truly life-changing experience. And I would absolutely love to have a conversation to see if that is a good fit for you and for us. So yeah, we've got some requests for the vision casting worksheet. Thank you guys again for joining me. I cannot wait to be back again soon. So you have a beautiful day, and we'll be back again. Bye for now.